Hello, everyone. Welcome to my 111th live stream. Today is December 6th. And so I want to let you all know what I thought of this episode. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I'm going to be talking a little bit about, what I thought of Fear and World Beyond this year. And then I'm going to start opening up, other people to, talk with. I'm going to start, opening the voice chat. So let me just put that in the comments real quick. One second, guys. Okay, so Epic Zombie Killer, you say, hey Brian, how's it going? Hope all is well with you today. Well, thank you, Epic. I appreciate that. The thing is, not all is well. I'm doing all right. Better than I deserve, but as far as, things like life and stuff. But now, as far as a fan of The Walking Dead, I am not getting what I deserve. So this thumbnail, Boring War versus Exciting War, is just basically me talking about how I feel about Fear this year and World Beyond. Like seriously, guys, World Beyond Season 2 was just so much better than Fear because, it's actually, the war is actually, with the CRM, it's actually building to something that matters. Whereas, in Fear, the war between Alicia and Strand, it's really just pointless and it doesn't matter at all. And I just don't understand. Like, Alicia getting bit is the dumbest thing they could ever do in Fear the Walking Dead. This is like imagine after Rick left in season 9. Imagine if Judith in season 10 or 11. Imagine she got bit and then imagine Judith got bit and then she had to amputate her arm. Like, think about this for a second. Judith. You know what I mean? That just shows how incompetent the writers are because, Judith is a legacy character, the exact same. And sorry about that. Judith is a legacy character, so it's the exact same with, Alicia. Alicia, even though she wasn't born in the zombie apocalypse, she still is a legacy character because she is the future of the Fear the Walking Dead. She's the future of the show. Kind of like how Hope and the characters of World Beyond are the future. You know what I mean? It just really shows that the writers have no idea what they're doing because, like, Alicia is the one character in Fear that should be in the Rick movies. You know what I mean? She's the one character I want in the Rick movies, and Alicia has always been this kind of like phoenix of the Walking Dead franchise. She's always been the queen. She's always been this like and they've been setting it up since season 5. You guys know what a phoenix is, right? It's this, it's like a mythical bird that has like fire powers, and they've always symbolized Alicia as being a phoenix. She rises from the ashes to be stronger, to be a powerful creature. You know what I mean? Like, that's what a phoenix is. It's a beautiful but powerful creature. You know what I mean? And they've always said that, they've always symbolized Alicia as that. Back in season 5 when they were doing the tree painting, but it's just absolutely pointless. So I just want to say, guys, that I'm going to open the chat real soon. I just want to say, guys, that World Beyond Season 2 was so good because of what they did with the characters, how it mattered to the plot, whereas in whereas in Fear, it doesn't matter because everything the characters do, it's all pointless because we know the real threat is the CRM in the future. So it just feels pointless to me. You know what I mean? I just hate it so much. All right. Hey guys, did you hear my rant a little bit on YouTube? Not sure if you guys were able to hear it, but yeah.
So I'm guessing you were not happy about Madison being confirmed to return.
Yeah, I was not because I have so many reasons, and I just want to mention them real quick. Madison returning is a complete retcon in season 4. On Talking Dead and the writers, they all said, that Madison was dead. She was put dead in the wiki, and they even told the actress, Kim Dickens, that your character is dead. So the fact that they're doing this, that they're retconning it, just shows how incompetent Ian and Andy are. And it just, and also, do they really think that after what they did, like bringing Madison back is just going to automatically fix Fear? Because let's remember that they still have horrible writing. Look what happened when they brought back Daniel, and look how horribly they messed up his character.
Like, yeah, I said this with Walker in his stream that there's a high possibility they're gonna make her a pacifist.
Yeah, that's how Fear is. They, wait, so okay, so what do you guys think of the thumbnail I have? Do you guys like it?
Yeah.
Pretty interesting. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said before, Brian, on my stream, like I said before, I'm not really upset or happy. I'm mixed with the whole return because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you guys. When I first heard the news that Madison Clark was coming back, I was in denial, and then when I heard about the news being confirmed, I'm like, bro, this is stupid because bro, if you're bringing her back, if you're going against your word, then you're pretty much, like, for example, you're pretty much going against Talking Dead, you're having Talking Dead untrustworthy because Talking Dead even had Madison in memoriam, and the fact you're going against that, that's a big issue because now people are not going to trust Talking Dead. Now people are going to think like, oh, this character's not dead.
Can I
Like I said
say
before,
something real quick?
they better have a damn good explanation as to how she got out of that stadium alive.
I totally agree. I mean, dude, like, forget Glenn and the dumpster thing. At least they showed Glenn was alive, like, 3 episodes later. This is a whole new dumpster situation. We're talking about 3 seasons.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. Like I said before, and I'm going to say it again in the stream, Madison returning in Fear the Walking Dead Season 7B doesn't mean I'm going to check out the season or to set that specific second half. Because like Brian just said, look at the second half and look how bad the writing was. I just don't have faith in these new showrunners that they're going to make the writing good for the second half. And let's be honest here. Alicia Denman Carey's going to be on a new show. And there's proof of that because I sent you guys the screenshot on Discord. So we all know that Alicia Denman Carey is going to leave or get kidnapped anyway. So either way, we're still going to lose Alicia. So the fact that they're thinking, oh, Madison is going to save the show, no. If Alicia leaves the show, I'm going to be like, well, there's no point in the show because Madison was all about protecting her kids. Now that Nick is dead and now that Alicia is supposedly or even dead too,
Hey, Brian.
what's the point of having Madison back?
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, Yapik?
I did kind of go back on my word. I sat through and watched the entire first half, season 7, but only for Madison.
Wait, sorry, you said you're gonna watch the second half?
No, I already did watch the entire first half, season 7, but I only did it because this Madison thing.
Oh, okay. What did you think of the first half of season 7? Like,
They're not good.
Yeah, I totally agree. Hold on, I'm just talking to Noah Logs. But hold on, yeah. The thing is with Madison coming back, not only is it a retcon, but let's remember they did it with Cole. And here's the thing, I was never against Madison dying in a way because I thought of, okay, Fear could still work with Alicia, Daniel, if he ever came back, Morgan, Althea, John, but they killed off John and they made Althea leave, and they also Morgan is going to leave Fear at some point, and now Alicia too, you know what I mean? So this is why Madison coming back is pointless, because I'm not going to watch it. Like, Fear could have worked if they just kept the characters they had, but now since so many of those characters that are going to leave, they just, do they really think people are going to watch it if they bring back Madison? People hated Madison. I mean, sure, there were some fans of her, but the character was so weird. She was the Iris of Fear.
Like me
I mean, whoa,
personally,
no, hold on. Because like not to kind of body off here. Like Madison, I could totally understand why some people hated Madison back in seasons 1, 2, and 3. But let's be honest here. The reason why people hated her was because the way they were writing her character back then was retarded.
Oh
And the
yeah, I
fact that
agree.
people don't acknowledge that, in my opinion, that just pisses me off. Because if you're gonna blame somebody, blame the writers for writing her character like that in the first place. Because those that wanted Madison to come back, they pretty much got their wish. But at the same time, it's still not going to matter at the end because you
Hey,
got Alicia, Lem, and Carrie leaving.
guys, I have a question about the Walking Dead
What?
universe. If you got bit on the dick and you cut off your dick, would you be able to save yourself?
No.
no.
That is
No, because I'm
that's
dead.
too graphic of a question, man. Please.
I mean, come
Yeah,
on.
why are you asking that?
No reason. I'm just saying, like, what if it happened? Like, what if, like, I don't know, like, what if you got bit there and then you had to cut it off? Like, it would suck for the rest of your life, but could you cut it off and survive?
No, because one, you'll be dead, and two, I'm sorry, but that's too graphic of a question, bro.
Yeah, come on, I've seen worse.
Hey Brian,
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter either way.
my opinion, the only reason they're doing this Madison thing is for ratings.
Yeah, I agree. They're only doing it for
Okay.
ratings. They're
I'm
only
just
doing it for
saying,
ratings.
if I ever get bit on the dick, I'll call you guys. Bye.
Bro, just calm down.
So yeah, the only reason they're doing this Madison stuff is because they were like, they see how far Fear is sunk, and they're like, we need something to make people watch Fear again. What's gonna make people watch Fear? Oh yeah, Madison.
Oh, and get this. So you got Ian Goldberg like sitting on the chair right next to that computer screen where Kim Dickens is like talking, and you can just see his voice like, yes, this is back with the men realize that. I'm like, bro, you stupid idiot. Now you pretty much not only retconned her death, mind you. Now you're making us not trust Talking Dead. Am I not Am I not wrong about this? Like, bro, this makes Talking Dead look bad because even the PT channel said, like, oh, Madison was on Talking Dead Memoriam. Rest in peace, Madison. And now they're going against their word just for views and ratings.
Hey Brian.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry.
You agree with what I said that they're only doing this whole thing for ratings and because they see how far Fear is sunk and that they need people to watch Fear again, so they're bringing her back to boost the ratings.
Yeah. They definitely are. Absolutely. There's no doubt about it because Fear. Let's be honest. The Walking Dead has pretty much almost always done things for just the ratings. You know, the Glenn Dumpster thing, that was to get people talking. The cliffhanger for season 6 was to get people talking. Morgan's fake death at the end of season 5 to get people talking. You know what I mean? Everything they do in the Walking Dead franchise is to get people talking. The only thing that the only series that hasn't really done that is honestly World Beyond. Like, they actually have all the way through just showed everything. They didn't leave us, with too many questions. Like, World Beyond actually showed us everything it needed to. Could it have given us some Rick? Yes. It did leave that open-ended, but to be honest, we should have known we would not really get too much Rick in World Beyond. And okay, yeah, and guys, just so you know, I don't want to talk too much about the whole Madison returning and Fear being terrible. I do also want to talk about World Beyond a little bit because, like, this is because these we're comparing both from this year. You know what I mean? So, like, as you guys know, I love Alicia more than Hope. You know what I mean? I think Alicia is a better character, has the potential to be a better character, but how they wrote her in episode 8 is just, that's not Alicia. They went full on Clementine Lives. This is not the Alicia character.
Yeah.
And I agree with that 100% because they put a 180 basically and basically ruined Alicia's character. Alicia's character in season 7, episode 8, whoever likes that kind of writing and storytelling, I'm sorry, but you must be high on something because I kid you not, Alicia would not have this random walker, and she's like, "Oh, I'm going to follow this walker." And then another scene that pissed me off was Alicia, and I kid you not, Alicia said Teddy was right. I was supposed to lead you people, and I'm like, "Bro, you stupid cojones."
Yeah, and also one
I'm
thing
done with Fear the Walking Dead. I'm not watching season 7B. If people think Madison coming back is going to make me watch season 7B, they're mistaken, because if to get me to watch season 7B, you got to complete my challenges. Get me to 10 likes on the live stream I just did, and maybe I'll consider, because you complete one of those challenges, boy. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm not watching just to see Madison become this random ass pacifist.
Hey, Brian.
Hold on. Yeah.
I just wanted to say that the main one thing I didn't like about the first half of Fear season 7 is there was hardly no Alicia.
Yeah, exactly. They finally brought back Alicia, and then they kind of just ruined her in one episode. You know what I mean? It's just they do this, and they do this. That's how the writers do it. And I want to ask you guys something. Alicia, they've always set up, they've heavily symbolized Alicia as being a phoenix. You know what I mean? That's her spirit animal. You know what I mean? Guys, Daryl is a wolf. You know what I mean? A lone wolf, kind of. That's his personality. That's his animal. But in season 5, do you guys remember how they always did the paintings with Alicia, with the whole phoenix thing? Some people are like, is Madison gonna come back? Is she the phoenix? You know what I mean? And if you guys don't know, a phoenix is that is that supernatural creature from mythology where it's supposed to be this bird with fire powers, and it's supposed to be powerful, and just, it rises from the ashes, and it's just much stronger than ever. That's Alicia. You know what I mean? She's supposed to be some kind of phoenix, because they've that since season 5. They've heavily hinted that Alicia is this kind of phoenix. That's her arc, you know what I mean, to be this kind of phoenix character. But now that she lost her arm, she literally just lost basically a wing. You know what I mean? She's not a phoenix character. I don't get the
I mean,
point.
she never really was. If you, not to cut anybody off, but if you think about it, she never was a phoenix character, because in season 4B and season 4A, she was stupid. In season 5, she was all about helping people, being a true pacifist. And I'm like, bro, this is so stupid. And in Fear the Walking Dead season 6A, we don't see her at all. Fear the Walking Dead season 7A, she's not in it at all. So well done. I mean, I never saw her as a phoenix, to be honest with you. And that's just my honest opinion.
Yeah, me personally, Brian, that mid-season finale for Fear season 7, that wasn't a good episode.
Yeah, it's just, okay, so guys, so the reason I said Alicia is this kind of phoenix character is because with the whole trees thing, I thought I knew it wasn't Madison, you know what I mean? I'm like, no, Madison's not coming back in season 5, you know what I mean? All that stuff. And I thought, and here's the thing, Walker Dead, this is why I thought Alicia was a phoenix. They literally called her, Teddy's group, Rowdy, Rolly in them, and Teddy, they said that Alicia, they wanted her to be the phoenix. They wanted her to lead them into the new world. You know what I mean? That's exactly what a phoenix is. That's why I thought that Alicia was a phoenix.
But at the same time, though, I just don't see it, because let's be honest here, they butchered her character, and I'm like, well, how am I supposed to see her as a phoenix if they butchered her character so much? And Fear the Walking Dead season 8 is a perfect example of that, because like you said, and what Ethic said, and I agree, because they butchered her character, and I'm like, bro, what's going on? This is not Alicia. How is she supposed to become this Phoenix character if she's being so written badly? If she's being written so badly? I don't understand. What the heck is going on here?
Me personally, I'd have to say that my favorite episode from season 6A or season 7A of Fear has to be Althea's last episode.
How, bro? Please don't say that. Please don't say Althea's last episode was good. It was not good, because it had depths in there that were not even realistic.
I'm not saying it was good. I just enjoyed it. That's all.
Whatever,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. Fear the Walking Dead getting a season 8. That's another issue because now they confirmed on Talking Dead that Fear the Walking Dead's getting a season 8, and I'm like, bro, we already knew it was going to get a season 8. I knew it was going to get a season 8 even before it got confirmed because it was on the Wikipedia.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah. Oh, hey, Epic. Did you see my message I left you? Just go to the private message. Yeah. I just wanted to let you know. But
This is ridiculous. Like, not to cut anybody off, but this is ridiculous. My other friend, who was a YouTuber over his gamer, he's probably pissed off right now. He's probably still pissed off right now because he even said it that the actress has to be stupid to return. And well, I guess that's the case because look at what's going on. The actress is coming back. The character is coming back. And I'm like, bro, they better explain it.
Hey,
I don't know.
Brian.
That's why I don't know. Madison's return should never happened. They should have ended Fear with season 7 because
Hey,
we all
Brian.
know. Let's be fair. Alicia is gonna go. Alicia's gonna die. We all know she's gonna die.
I don't know about
Hey,
die.
Brian.
Yeah, Epic. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say, how do you feel about Althea's last episode?
Looking back on it, it's even worse now. Like, there was some CRM stuff, I did like that, but the whole Morgan stuff, I did kind of like how they tied it in a little bit with Morgan saying, like, hey, you're trying to get away from people just like I did. That is fine, but the CRM stuff was like, the way they defeated the CRM, like, to a normal fan, they might say, oh, that's really cool. It's super unrealistic. And Morgan was a complete weakling in this episode. Like, he seriously got taken down by 2 CRM soldiers. Even though Grace is with him, like, you know what I mean? Like, sorry, like Iris took down one by herself, and Morgan and with Grace they get taken down. Like, are you serious? Like, come on, that's just weak. I don't know. It's just, yeah, like, guys, I've said it before. World Beyond season 2 was much better this year, and actually, Epic, I was wondering, did you get a chance to see any scenes from World Beyond season 2 this year? Or like, was this
No, I haven't. I just watched Fear season 7A. That's it.
honestly, dude, like, trust me, like, it is a lot better than Fear season 7. You know what I mean? World Beyond season 2 is just, it was amazing. You know what I mean? Had some faults, you know what I mean? But it was like a billion times better than season 7A because they actually used all their characters very well, I should say. And okay, obviously there's still the whole issue with Iris. There's no way around that, but like, the plot makes sense, and that's why I have in the thumbnail. Like, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. This whole Alicia versus Strand thing, I'm not excited about it because all they had was Morgan try to kill Strand and failed. And then now Alicia is hijacking the war. You know what I mean? So I don't care. You know what I mean? Because this war is pointless. Because right now in the Walking Dead World Beyond, we know where the franchise is headed. We know that the CRM are going to be the biggest threat. You know what I mean?
Me personally, I kind of understand why Alicia would want to, like, be super angry at Strand, want to kill him, because Strand killed her, lover, Will. So
I do, but it's just, I don't like what they did with the Alicia character. I mean, just why did she banish Will from the bunker when when those people in the bunker were literally Teddy's group and she hated them? Like, none of it makes sense. Like, at all.
and just that Will character, I liked him, and once Strand, threw him off the tower, I was actually done with Strand.
Yeah, guys, do you think that Strand is going to die this season? Because somehow people think he's going to live. I don't know how anyone could suggest he's going to live this season. If Strand makes it out of season 7, it will not make any sense whatsoever.
I think Strand could die. That might be because if they kill Strand, isn't Alicia the only season 1 character besides Daniel?
Daniel and Madison, yeah.
Well, technically, we are getting Madison back, so we are.
Let's be honest here. Listen, Alicia Lemon Carey is going to be on a new show coming in 2022, mind you. And mind you, it says on Google because why would Google lie? And plus, Google also says Madison's coming back, mind you. And mind you, Alicia Lemon Carey is going to be playing a main character in this new show coming next year. So if that doesn't tell you that Alicia's going to die or get kidnapped by CRM, I don't know what else to tell people because why would Google lie? Why would they just randomly have on the show having Alicia say to Morgan, I don't know how much time I have left to live. If that doesn't tell you that she's going to leave or die, I don't know what is.
Well, me personally, I kind of agree with Dan, whereas I actually don't believe this Alicia dying stuff happening. I feel they're just trying to do another fake out, which was what Dan said. So I'm agreeing with Dan. So
well, even if she does die or get kidnapped by CRM, it's still not going to matter in the end because Madison coming back is still like, well, why did you bring back Troy Otto, or couldn't you bring back Travis, or why couldn't you bring back him from The Walking Dead?
Exactly.
Never mind.
But yes,
I mean, it doesn't matter. If you guys don't have faith, if you guys don't believe my opinion that Alicia could die or leave, then I don't know what else to say because I showed you. You guys saw the photo. You guys saw why. You guys saw real nice that Alicia Lemon Carey is going to be on a new show. That's the main character. How much?
You guys want to know
personally,
something?
I find it kind of stupid to bring back Madison, and I don't know why. I find it pretty stupid.
I don't know. Even if Alicia doesn't die, it's still not going to matter anyway because Madison coming back, he's going to be like, well, why couldn't you bring back Troy Otto or Travis?
Maybe
since we never
Travis
saw those walker bodies of them.
Travis was bitten and shot and fell out of a helicopter. I don't think he can survive that.
And yet Madison Clark, they said talking that in memoriam that Madison Clark was dead. R.E.P. Madison Clark, and yet look at the announcement, my guy. She is coming back, mind you. She's coming back alive, and this is not even a joke. I found this out literally. I don't even know. At this point, fuck it, why don't you just bring back Carl? Fuck it, why not? Why not bring back all those characters and mess up the Walking Dead TV show universe? Why not? Go right ahead. I dare them right now. Because I'm getting really aggravated.
Hey, Brian. Hey, Brian.
Yes.
So, do you think this whole Madison thing was a bad idea?
I mean, yes and no. I'm mixed with it because could it be something interesting? Yes. But here's the thing. They're retconning her death, and her bringing her back is not going to stop Morgan and Alicia from leaving Fear. That's not going to change anything. So it's like, it's not going to change me watching the show or not, because I told you guys, as soon as Alicia is gone, either leaves or dies from Fear, I am done. That is it. There is no more. Like, seriously. Hey, and guys, you know what's also really annoying? Like, hold on. Okay, so this is really annoying to me. Talking Dead, they have Kim Dickens saying how, season 7 of Fear is gonna be the best season, and how all this stuff and articles, people have articles saying that, oh yeah, Fear season 7 is gonna be amazing, the best season, and they're only saying that because they're being paid off by AMC to say that. Like, Kim Dickens has every right to say, this show is garbage. They fired me when I was signed in for 7 seasons, you know what I mean? Back in season 4. And they called me a year ago. And here's the thing. They had Cole Domingo, Strand call her. Ian and Andy did not even call Kim Dickens to tell her, we messed up and we want you to come back. Can you please come back? No, they had Strand do it. They had Cole Domingo do it because I don't know if they were too proud to call her themselves, but the nerve of AMC to basically crawl back to Kim Dickens and yet act high and mighty that, oh yeah, we're giving you a second chance. Like, that's how it seems to me.
And like I said earlier, Brian, they better have a good explanation as to how she got out of that stadium alive. They better.
Like I said before, guys. I'm mixed. I'm also making the frustrate me, and it just aggravates me. Just the feel. If I feel like it's not even fair. Like, it feels like I got stabbed in the gut with some good/bad news. This is what I hate about the universe. This is the kind of stuff that divides the fan base.
Hey, Brian.
And I feel like this shouldn't even be happening right now. In my opinion, why is Fear getting a season 8? I don't understand. Why is the show getting a season 8 if we know as the audience that the show's going down?
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
But do you agree with what I said though about they better have a good explanation as to how Madison got out of that alive?
I agree, but I don't think they're going to be able to do it. I don't think they're going to be able to pull it off. Look how bad it was with the Glenn Dumpster thing. Anytime in The Walking Dead where they have to retcon a character's death, they're going to show something convenient, like they're gonna do something. I just see it. They're gonna have a scene where the lock falls off on the fence and then Madison slips through. Even though in the season 8 mid-season finale they clearly showed that she was banging on those gates, it was there was no way to get through them. They're just somehow gonna do that.
You mean season 4 mid-season finale?
Season 4 mid-season finale. Yeah, did I say premiere?
Yeah, no, you said season 8 mid-season finale, but it was season 4.
I don't remember saying that.
But yeah, they better have a good explanation because there's no way she would have survived that.
Brian, do you agree with everything I just said? Like, do you agree with me? Like, I apologize for getting upset on camera and on stream, but do you agree with some of the stuff I'm trying to say?
I mean, I do, but the thing is that we need to remember that this is AMC, you know what I mean, that is doing this. You know what I mean? It's nothing against Kim Dickens, you know what I mean? I just don't think that her coming back is maybe the best idea because as we clearly seen from seasons 1 to 4 Fear, Madison was not the best character. Okay, so anyway, as we've seen in seasons 1 through 4 Fear, Madison was not the best character. She was so bland, she rarely had any emotion, kind of like another character from another Walking Dead show. But the point, what I'm trying to say, is that I was okay when they let go of Madison because I was thinking that Fear could survive a couple more seasons with Alicia, with Morgan, with all that, and it could work. If they do it well, if there's good writing and all that. The thing is, I don't care if Madison returns or not. I just want the show to have good writing with the characters it has. I never was one of those people that said, oh yeah, Madison needs to come back or we riot. And the thing that really annoys me is that the AMC or, Talking Dead, Kim Dickens, she was paid to say, oh yeah, the fans, they gave me so much support of wanting me to come back and that's why I'm back. That is a lie. I'm sorry. They're paying her to lie because if that was true, we would have gotten some information about Rick. Okay, because Madison has been gone the same amount of time as Rick, And yet they're bringing back Madison and saying that the fans' support, the fans' voices, we heard their voices, we heard their cries, we're bringing back Madison, when that's clearly not the case. They clearly brought back Madison for ratings, and they did. Yeah.
Sorry.
And yeah, like if they cared about our voices, if AMC cared about what the fans thought, they would have listened to us many times before. You know, they would have given us some Rick information. You know what I mean? They would have done that, but they didn't. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely. And the fact that they didn't do that's so stupid. I do agree with you there, Brian, because instead of Scott Gimple, mind you, on Twitter came on and basically said the big announcement this Sunday is not about Rick. And that's why I was thinking, okay, maybe the big announcement is probably either Morgan going back to The Walking Dead, or he's going to go to the Walking Dead Burt Grimes movies, either in the second movie or the third movie. But the fact that we had the big announcement that Madison's back, and the fact that I'm hearing right here, right now, that AMC paid the actress to say these things, it's disgusting. What the bro? This, I'm sorry, but am I not wrong about this? This is like so disrespectful.
Well, technically, the fan support thing is kind of true because season 4, episode 8, after Madison supposedly died, there was a huge section of fans that were kind of peeved off and were wanting her back. So that is sort of true.
Yeah, but yeah, I do agree with you, Epic. That part is true, but AMC, like Brian said, AMC didn't come out and say, "Oh, like your voices have been heard. We're bringing Madison back for the fans and not for the story." But the fact that they are like the fact that they are bringing her back just for views. I'm sorry, but that's not acceptable. I'm sorry, but that's not acceptable.
The way I see it is they see how far Fear is sunk, how much Fear is crumbling, so they're bringing back Madison to try and save the show and to try and keep it from sinking even more. You agree with that, Brian?
Yeah. The thing is that Nick is dead. Alicia is going to be leaving the show, so bringing back Madison is not for the story. It's quite clear. And here's the thing. They have the nerve to say that, oh, this was always Madison's story. Oh, really? Then why has she been gone for half the series? I mean, come on.
I just see them that they're bringing back Madison to try and save the show.
It's
damage control. Like Dan even said in his video earlier today, if I'm not mistaken, he said this in his video, and I actually kind of agree with him. He said this is nothing but damage control, and I agree with him because, well, I said, if they actually cared, they would have done it out of the goodness of their heart and did it for the fans, not for views or money. Because, in my opinion, that's not how it's supposed to be.
And the crazy thing is that now that World Beyond is done, once the main show is finished, we're going to be stuck with Fear.
I know. Oh, I heard Scott Gimple. Someone told me Scott Gimple said that Fear is the future of the world.
Christmas.
But that's just crazy. Once the main, World Beyond is over, and once the main show is done, we're going to be stuck with Fear. How's that?
That's going to be terrible. The fact that Fear, epic. The fact that Fear's getting a season 8. It not only aggravates me, but it frustrates me because Dave Erickson, and yes, you can take this as what you will, Dave Erickson even said it before that one of his original plans was to end Fear after season 7. And the fact that Fear's getting a season 8 is a slap in the face to his own version.
And me personally, I'm actually not that happy that Fear is going to outlive World Beyond and the main show.
Are you kidding me? If that happens, First off, I'm not even going to be involved because,
that is happening because World Beyond is done, and Fear is going to outlive the main show. So,
oh my God, AMC, screw you, AMC. You don't even know how to do a proper franchise. You get rid of Andrew Lincoln. You promote Scott Pimple as the chief content officer, for which he hires two idiot showrunners, Dumber and Dumber, who showruns Fear the Walking Dead for 4.5 seasons now, just to get everything under a rock and pretty much causing it as like this shitty show under a dumpster fire.
hey Brian, how do you feel about that?
I just honestly I don't know anymore with AMC. The fact that they have the audacity for years they have been mistreating the fans, the actors, the crew members, everything. Okay, I mean all of the lawsuits that AMC has been a part of, that they have under their belt. Okay, all of the times the actors had to leave, it's just so ridiculous. And like seriously, AMC has made enemies of fans, of the actors, of the crew members, of the families of the crew members, okay? Like, without a doubt. And they have the nerve to keep lying to people to their face and say, we have your best interests. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, The Walking Dead franchise, I used to love it, you know what I mean? But it just gets me so much that it's just all about money now, and it's about scandals and all this stuff. And it's ridiculous. The Walking Dead has done so many scandals. And I'm just thinking, like, how can fans just ignore this? Like, I'm sorry, but this is bad, okay? And I just want it to stop. AMC needs to realize that, hey, they need to have a good business, with truth, honesty. And if there's nothing about the Rick movies, they should be honest. They should come out and tell us, because right now, with this whole damage control stuff, it's just delaying the inevitable. And eventually, when it happens, when the fans find out, and if AMC crashes, it's just going to be even worse.
Say what you want about Game of Thrones is like final season, but at least HBO ended that show.
Yeah, it ended the show, but Fear, why doesn't AMC know when to end Fear? Okay, think about this for a second. Fear started first season when The Walking Dead was in season 6. So The Walking Dead had 5 seasons over Fear. Now, Fear is in season 7. That's only 4 seasons behind. Like, how long do they want to go with Fear? I mean, we're almost at the 100th episode. You know what I mean? It's just, I just don't know what they're doing. Like, do they really
don't know what they're doing?
Yeah. Do they want to go 11 seasons? Because Fear will not make 11 seasons. 9 seasons, it will not make that many seasons.
Let's be honest here. Brian. This is a perfect example. My Walking Dead reboot series universe. The reason I say my Walking Dead reboot series universe, and bear with me, the reason I say my Walking Dead reboot series universe is better, because one, it is better than the Walking Dead TV series universe, and two, it has characters that are still alive, and three, it has me who cares about the characters and the actors other than AMC, because AMC doesn't care. All they care about is money. With me, I don't care about views. I don't care about money. I do the Walking Dead content. I do because I enjoy doing it. I love the characters and The Walking Dead more than AMC. And that's the truth.
I totally agree, man. Absolutely. The fans know better than the actual writers and creators, because we actually take more time with the series. We actually know the characters and lore better, because let's remember, John Sr. got scratched by a walker in season 7 and he didn't die. Alicia cut her arm off with a rusty weapon that can't actually cut off a human arm, and she was trapped in a tunnel full of rocks, and Will could not get to her, and then somehow off screen he got to her and saved her in time. Nothing makes sense. Everything is off screen. Like when Strand and his people leave the tower, it's off screen. When just everything just makes no sense in Fear anymore. Like honestly, Fear. I'm gonna start calling Fear the walking no yeah, Fear the Walking Trash. I'm gonna start calling it that because honestly, it's just terrible. Okay, because the fact that and yeah, Walker Dead, you told me this right, that Fear is the 6th worst show on television right now.
Oh no! Now get this. It's now the 5th worst show on television,
Oh my
and some
goodness,
people are
fifth.
calling this shit The Walking Dead.
Oh, language, man. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. But yeah, some people are calling it that. And I'm like, well, pretty much. But point being, the fact that it's being called now the 5th worst show in television.
Exactly.
What
And
a
Scott, yeah,
joke.
it is. And
Yeah.
Scott Gimple really thinks this is the future of the franchise. Like World Beyond's over, The Walking Dead main show's over, gonna be over soon, and it's like, oh yeah, Fear's gonna keep going. Does he really think that? Does he really think that Fear can last and be the longest show of the franchise? It's the worst show of the franchise.
You know, like
Oh,
yeah,
it is.
that's why I said earlier when HBO they knew when to end Game of Thrones. Like, okay, we're gonna have Game of Thrones last 8 seasons, and then the story's done, and we're done with Game of Thrones.
Exactly.
I will confirm this right now. Brian, I will confirm this to you right now. And my Fear the Walking Dead reboot series, it's going to end with season 7. Because that's what, why? Because I know damn well that's what Dave Erickson wanted.
You know, like, and just, yeah, like, the reason they ended Game of Thrones after 8 seasons is because they didn't want, you know, Game of Thrones to suffer the fate that The Walking Dead is right now.
Yeah, it didn't save the show from having a terrible ending, obviously, because Game of Thrones ended horribly. But at least they know when to have ended it. But the problem with Fear, there's no end game. Okay, guys, look at the Walking Dead main show. We see the end game, the Commonwealth. We're gonna get something with the CRM or Rick related, and also the Daryl Carroll show. That's the end game. At least they have something planned. World Beyond already did its end game. Fear doesn't have an end game. I'm sorry, but it doesn't, because there's nothing about the CRM. Like this season did not count. Like as far as CRM stuff, because they only did 1 episode and it didn't even matter. Althea left with her girlfriend who has really bad eyesight because my goodness, she couldn't recognize her girlfriend from the back of the head. My goodness, like from 4 feet away. I mean, but yeah, Fear has no end game and it's just doing whatever. You know, what's next? The characters go. What's next? We get a samurai ninja storyline. Like they might as well do that in Fear. They might as well introduce ninjas, like actual ninjas, like a group of ninjas in the story, because they've done cowboy stuff, they've done nuke stuff, they did Mexican cartel stuff. They've done everything in Fear. Like honestly, I just don't know.
Just,
I
yeah,
mean,
that,
yeah,
yeah, Fear
like
season-
Dan. Like,
Sorry. Just-
no,
yeah,
no, no,
Fear
no. Go
season-
on, Epic. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just gonna say, Fear season 7 ain't complete trash.
I wanted to ask Brian, like not to cut you off, Brian, but I wanted to ask you this really quick. When you watched season 1, episode 1 of My Fear the Walking Dead reboot series, like what did you think of it? Did you think it was better than the show?
Well, it's too early to tell. You know what I mean? It just started. So
Yeah.
but Epic, I know it might be difficult, but would you be willing to watch some scenes from season 2 of World Beyond? Because like I said, they definitely give a lot about the CRM, about in a way what happened to Rick, and about the Rick movies. They definitely hint at what's going to happen in the Rick movies.
Me personally, I'm probably just gonna like buy season 2 on DVD, and then I'm probably just gonna watch both seasons back to back, probably.
Okay. Um. I mean, honestly, you don't. I mean, season 1 is very skippable, but it's just crazy to me that I'd rather rewatch season 1 of World Beyond than honestly like season 7 of Fear, because my goodness, it was just It was just
like
terrible.
I just have to say, one good thing I can say about Fear season 7A was Sherry. She was actually somewhat decent.
I mean, kind of, but the fact that they had to ruin the Alicia character, I don't care, honestly. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand what's with the writers. Like, the fact that they have to ruin one of the best characters in the franchise to make one of the more boring characters a little more interesting, like, it just feels like, it was completely unnecessary.
You want to know why I heard, Brian? I heard a rumor that the writers that were working on Fear the Walking Dead season 3 aren't even the same writers that are in Fear seasons 4, 5, 6, and 7. They're like completely different writers.
Yeah, it's Ian and Andy, right?
Yeah. Dumber and Dumber.
Hey, Walker Dead.
What's up, Epic?
How did you feel about Sherry in season 7A?
I think she was pretty cool and decent. I think she was pretty cool. But I'm like, okay, you make Sherry somewhat of a badass. I'm like, why couldn't you do that with other characters? Like, say, I don't know, Daniel or Luciana or hell, even Alicia. Why are you giving it to one character that's not even a Fear character?
But still, like, Sherry was somewhat decent, but still, that episode she was in was stupid.
Oh, we're the Dark Horses. And then that guy's like, oh my God, the Dark Horses. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I'm like, bro, I'm not even joking. I'm like, what am I watching?
Like, yeah, Brian.
I feel bad that Madison Clark I feel bad for the actress. If the actress was smart, she would have never came back.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
That boxing scene when they were in the boxing, whatever, and music, like, oh my God, what was that?
It was complete cringe. Let's be honest, guys. Or Walker Dead. Would you say that boxing scene was like one of the most cringiest things from Fear, and probably more cringy than anything that we saw in World Beyond?
I would have to say, honestly, yes, because, well, let's be honest here. The fact that they had that type of scene in that specific episode just shows how Dumber and Dumber are so pathetic. They really are.
Yeah, and that music doesn't help the scene whatsoever.
Oh, the music was terrible.
Oh yeah.
Just the fact that Mickey needed to jump, go on one of the poles and jump down to kill a walker. Let's remember that walkers are very smushy. They're not very strong. Let's remember that. Like, so hitting them with a lot of force is pointless. I mean, there's no tension in Fear. You just have Sherry and Dwight. They're holding a horde of zombies with a bunch of punching bags, and you have a walker literally grabbing Sherry's hair, and she's just like, Dwight, go on without me, or this and that. You know what I mean? Whatever she said. And I'm just like, wow, there is no tension. You know what I mean? Or no, sorry, she said that to Mickey. Sorry, not Dwight, but you know what I mean? Like this makes no sense. Like, what happened to tension in The Walking Dead? What happened to in The Walking Dead, where if there's a character with long hair, a zombie can grab their hair, pull them, and just bite them in the shoulder. What happened to tension like that? There is no tension like that. Now characters can just talk when they're about to get killed. Like, you know what I mean? Just be all poetic and stuff, and it's so dumb.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah?
Like, I definitely agree with what you said. This show is called Fear the Walking Dead. Where's the fear?
There isn't any. Like, oh my goodness. It's just absolutely ridiculous. Like,
okay, this show does not live up to its name.
Yeah. I mean, Walker Dead, like, I mean, I know I kind of bring up my series a lot, but it's like, my series is not even titled Fear, and you know what I mean? Like, and obviously I have situations where the characters are in it's very, frightening, right? What I put the characters through in my series.
Absolutely. That's a fact, because that scene you had in your show where Benjamin was bleeding and the king was like taunting him or whatever, I believe. And then in mid-season finale, you had Benjamin kill the king. That was a graphic scene. I'm like, bro.
Like I swear, like I feel the last time we felt tension in The Walking
Ken, what are you
Dead
doing?
was way back in season 2 of the main show when the walker was crawling through the windshield of the car and it grabbed Lori's hair and she screamed.
Yeah, that was tension. That was like, um, that was, realistic because, you know what I mean? It was like a character not experienced and, it was very, very realistic. Walkers were kind of a threat. They reached out, grabbed the person's hair. It's like, whoa, yeah, walkers are dangerous. Don't get grabbed by them. But I hate how in The Walking Dead you could just have walkers grabbing people constantly, and they just like push them aside a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, oh, they're like incredibly weak. Like, I just hate that so much. There's no tension.
Yeah,
Let's be honest here. Like, I know this is a little off topic, but let's be honest here. At least in I know I've mentioned my shows a lot, but let's be honest. At least in my Walking Dead reboot series, there's tension. Because I kid you not, like in season 2, episode 12 of my Walking Dead reboot series, you cannot tell me there was a tension between the Livers and Rick's group.
and like me personally, I don't know about you guys, but that whole plot in the Sherry episode with Dwight where they meet Mickey was kind of predictable. I knew her husband was dead.
Oh yeah. I mean, same. And I hated the scene where she's in armor and then she covers herself in walker guts and then just goes through and then you have some random walker stabbing her and then it's all pointless. Like, what even was that? If she has the walker guts, what's the point of the armor? And you could have just had Sherry distract the walkers on one side and then Mickey.
I know, right?
Yeah, and then Mickey just runs to the door when the walkers are chasing Sherry, and then Sherry could just be like, okay, I'll go around the building. Like, you know what I mean? Just, it's so dumb where characters don't even know that walkers are stupid. They're as stupid as the walkers. I mean...
I know, right? It's like the writers don't even care. It's like, oh, let's write these characters dumb. Let's have them be like dumber and dumber. Ooh. And I'm like, bro, you must be high on something. Because Sherry in The Walking Dead wasn't like this. Dwight in The Walking Dead wasn't like this. So why are you writing these characters like this?
Yeah, what is this? Dwight and Sherry, they're the dark horses. You have Dwight who shoots a guy who was... What was he, aiming for a gun or whatever, or trying to run? I don't remember what happened, but he shot him. And then Strand is... No, sorry. And then Dwight is like, oh, dang it, I killed him. Oh, I'm so sorry. What have I done? What is this? What kind of character... What kind of character is like...
And then later on in that episode, you find out that this, guy who was with that other guy in the beginning of the episode was the one that killed that family that was with Dwight and Sherry and just...
Yeah, that was so bad. This is why they can't forgive Strand. This is why Strand cannot live past season 7. Because are they just going to forget that Strand... I don't know how Strand found out of there were that family lived with Dwight and Sherry. I don't know. I have no idea how he found out, but they imply they confirmed that Strand sent that guy to kill the family to convince Dwight and Sherry to come back. I don't know how his mind works. It makes no sense. But if Dwight and Sherry just going to forget about that? Are they just going to be like, oh no, Strand, like, what you did was wrong. You need to make up for it. We're going to make sure, we're not going to kill you because that's too easy. Like, I would hate that so much because it's not realistic. Like, I would never, ever do some garbage like that in my series. Like, at all. I would never have a character want to kill another character and then spare him and say, no, you get to live with what you've done. I will never do that in Extinction. Ever. It's unrealistic. It's dumb. It's pointless.
Yeah, Strand, he's got to die this season. He has to.
I know, right? Brian, I want to ask you this. Do you agree with me where I said that there was tension and realism in like season 2, episode 12 of my Walking Dead reboot series? Like, do you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean, I do, I do. There definitely was. Um, Absolutely, man, absolutely. Um,
And another thing that I didn't like about the mid-season finale was how they just kept on bragging about, like Alicia kept on saying, "I don't want to see Strand. I don't want to see Strand. I don't want to see." Like, okay, enough. We get it.
yeah, and the fact that Strand makes no sense as a villain. He says that he said that he didn't want Alicia to be around him because it would make him a better person. And and there was that whole thing where he's like, he actually loves Alicia or whatever, which is still very confusing. They didn't really address that, you know what I mean? Um but you have Strand wanting to keep Alicia away, and now he's like, Morgan, I want you to find Alicia. And it's like, wait a minute. In the premiere, you said that after you killed Will, you said that she will want nothing to do with me after this. You were okay with not being around Alicia. Now, 7 episodes later, you want Alicia back. Well, actually, no. 6 episodes later, you want Alicia back. And then Alicia is like, fine, I'll join your people. And then she sees that Will died and is like, no, we're going to war. And no. And he could have, and after he killed Will, he's like, yeah, I killed him because he loved you. And it's like, and then he's just like, no, Alicia, I don't want you to turn on me. It's like, wait a minute, none of this makes any sense. If
Yeah,
if
well,
Morgan,
I know, right? I'm like, bro, what the? Like, what is this? I kid you, Brian. I kid you not. In my Fear the Walking Dead reboot series, I would never do something like this because, like you just said, it's stupid. It makes no sense. Because in my shows,
yeah,
let's be honest here. At least with my shows, they're realistic.
yeah. Well, that's Dean and Andy for you.
my goodness, man,
Because they're stupid.
we can write
They're
so
they're
much better.
ridiculous.
We can write so much better than these yahoos. Seriously.
Yes, and I agree with that 100%. 100%. Let's be honest here, Brian. Me, you, Dan, we're better writers. We're better showrunners because we know what we're doing.
Yeah,
Absolutely, man.
Ian and Andy.
Oh my
Ian
goodness.
and Andy, at this point, let's instead of calling them Dumber and Dumber, let's call them the retards because they're retarded enough to bring back Madison, who they confirmed on Talking Dead, mind you, that she was dead.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. They confirmed to us 100% she was dead. They wanted Morgan to be the lead of this show over Alicia, who's a co-lead. They wanted that. Now, the same showrunners seasons later are like, wait a minute, guys, we're losing Alicia, we're losing Morgan, we're losing Strand, Althea. We need to bring back someone. And they're like, well, let's bring back Madison. And they probably don't even remember they killed off Madison. They probably don't even remember that. Like,
Yeah, yeah. Go back and try to frickin', crawl Madison back out of that situation at the stadium that they created.
I know, right? And get the like, Althea, Maggie Grace, I have mad respect for her because if I was doing a spinoff, like I don't know, like maybe, like I don't know, maybe if I had her in my Walking Dead reboot series, like for like some episodes, I would want the actress on my show because I have mad respect for her. She left Fear the Walking Dead when she knew the show was getting garbaged and bad.
Madison.
Anyways, Brian.
Oh, right. Yeah, that part. Yeah. Kim Dickens was fired. Althea left because she wasn't liking where they were taking the show. She wanted new stuff, better, a show. I mean, this is the 5th worst show on television. I mean, yeah. I mean, I would too, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. You know it's bad when World Beyond season 2 was doing better than Fear.
Exactly. Absolutely. Let's remember that World Beyond was the Stranger Things of The Walking Dead. It was the cringy, like kids. It was just, I mean, let's remember, we all hated the idea of World Beyond first time hearing it. The first episode was like, okay, maybe this could be okay, pretty good. Then season 1 was like, okay, it ended okay, but my goodness, the cast is terrible. And then season 2 is like, wow, I actually like the cast. It's still some problems, but I'm sad to see it go. Whereas with Fear, people like no joke, guys. People want a season 3 of World Beyond. People want a season 3. With Fear, nobody wants a season 8. Nobody. Like
I know, right? It's like they did the reverse, where people are ending after season 2. Let's not renew for season 3. Let's not be all greedy here with the show. But on the other hand, let's have Fear the Walking Dead get renewed for season 8, and let's go against our word and bring back Madison, meaning anybody can come back. And I'm like, no, don't do that, because that makes no sense.
exactly.
Hey Brian, hey Brian.
Yeah.
Do you think World Beyond should have gotten a season 3 or a third season?
In a way, no. I do like the ending, but I do want the characters to come back in the movies or something like that. Like I'm okay with it ending in season 2 as long as the characters are in the Rick movies and all that. Which they're gonna be, like, definitely. Like, it hasn't been confirmed, but like we all know it. Even I think Gimple confirmed that we will see the kids again at some point. So I'm like, well, it's got to be the movies, you know what I mean? But as far as a season 3, I don't want them to do a season 3 because it would kind of be false advertising if they did a season 3, because they said season 2, final season, you know what I mean? That's kind of like if AMC did a season 12 of the main show, it would be like, you know what I mean? It would be like, no, you guys said season 11 was the final season.
Me personally, when I first heard about this new announcement on Talking Dead, I thought they were gonna, because there were theories that they were gonna do another spin-off in France. I'm like, oh my god, no more spin-offs.
Yeah, I agree. And you know what's funny? I love how, oh my goodness, imagine this. Like, in the main show, okay, so like, how interesting is it that in the main show and World Beyond, the characters were at war with another group, but in World Beyond, the characters were literally against an army of heavily armed soldiers with high technology, you know what I mean, equipment and all that, and suffered a few casualties. Whereas in the main show, characters were fighting a bunch of hippies, you know, with you know what I mean, in the woods, and they lost almost everyone. Like, I'm just saying that, like let's think about this. I'm sorry, but if I'm comparing it's just, oh my goodness, it just, when it comes to conflict, I feel like the only show that did conflict good this year is World Beyond. Like, I'm not joking. Like, I'm not praising it. I'm not praising it the best show of the franchise. I'm not. But I will say that like season 11A, the war with the Reapers was so bad. So bad.
Like,
and that's Angela Kang's stupid writing for you, because Angela Kang, people are praising Angela Kang like she's this god of a writer, and when no, she's not. Look at what she did with Leah. She made Leah a good character, but somehow she was able to butcher her own creation, like Epic said.
Well, me personally, I know you're not a fan of Angela Kang, Walker Dead, but she's a hell of a lot better than Ian and Andy.
I know, but she has made a lot of mistakes. And for example, her butchering the Reapers is one of them.
And just say, Brian.
Yeah, she butchered the Reapers. Yeah, Epic?
I just have to say that, you know, The Walking Dead, you know, Fear, World Beyond, Rick movies, Daryl and Carol spinoff, and the Tales of the Walking Dead, that's enough. We don't need any more spinoffs.
I know, but the thing is, they're doing the Negan spinoff. They're doing the comedic show. They're doing Dead in the Water, or as Dan says, Crap in the Water. So you know that it's just gonna get worse with this franchise. Like guys,
I know, right? I'm like, not to cut you off, Brian, but I'm like, really, Dead in the Water with Riley coming back? I'm like, why couldn't you just have Riley as the main villain in Fear Season 7? No one cares about, garbage in the water. No one cares about that.
Just yeah, me personally, that Riley spinoff is completely pointless because we know he just dies anyways.
Exactly. It's pointless. Absolutely. Um, I just it's just so sad. Like guys, I'm not joking. My channel is slowly gonna, as you guys probably saw with some of my new uploads in the last few weeks, like guys, my channel is gonna start doing other content. You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk about content I enjoy, I love. I'm gonna try supporting other channels and review their content because not anymore. When it comes to Fear, I am this close to quitting on Fear forever, like very close. World Beyond is over. I'm gonna keep reviewing the main show. I'm gonna finish that. But the Daryl Carroll show, I'm not. I don't think I'm gonna review. I would say I'm not going to. And all the other spin-offs like Tales and the Negan show, the comedic show, I'm just like, why? Why are you gonna do this many spin-offs and
Well,
stories that nobody really wants when we want the Rick movies? Let's think about this. They can film 5 spin-offs. They can do 5 shows, but they cannot film one movie? It's a lie. It's a lie by AMC. AMC is lying.
that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. AMC, they need to freaking slow down on the spin-offs.
Yeah, and focus on the
I
movies.
know, right? I'm like, bro, what is this garbage?
You know, like,
It
because
makes me want to cancel. Like, I kid you not, it makes me want to cancel some of the stuff I have planned for 2022 because that's how much I want to slow down myself. Because I'm like, really? Do I really want to do all this stuff right now? Like, bro.
you know, like, because I'm sorry, but AMC is milking The Walking Dead way too hard.
Oh, it's dead. Like, they've milked it dead, and they're still milking it. Like, that's how bad it is. The Milking Dead. That's what this series should be called now. Okay? Because, my goodness. Like, 5, 6 shows and a movie series, a couple of terrible games, and, like, come on. Like, guys, they need to do better. Like, give us a good Walking Dead game. And I'm not talking about the Telltale games. That's from Skybound. I'm saying AMC with The Walking Dead. They should do their own, a really great game. They should do a Last of Us, Red Dead Redemption hybrid type of game. Open world Walking Dead game.
I know, right? Oh, don't get me like Brian. Remember Overkill's The Walking Dead? Remember that shitty game that never came out? I'm sorry. Yeah, that's a perfect example.
Yeah, Overkill's. Yeah, there's no excuse for Overkill's The Walking Dead. Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
Well, I just wanted to say this is why Breaking Bad, even though I don't watch it, was such a masterpiece because it ended after 5 seasons.
Exactly. Oh yeah, I just looked it up now. So Overkill's was canceled. Was it canceled? Or
it was? Whoa.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard that game was canceled because it just got bombed and trashed by people.
You guys know why, right? It was another survival instinct. If they made the game like the cutscenes, if they made it like The Last of Us visually, but better writing, you know what I mean, like as good as writing as Last of Us 1, but better than 2, it would have been amazing.
Like
Overkill's The Walking Dead. I don't, even to this day, I'm like, why would you do such a game? If it's not really a game, if it's really just a stupid, like, a dumb multiplayer game that nobody's going to care about.
I said this before, this franchise is slowly turning into Star Wars. We're getting more bad than good.
I kid you not, guys. If I was to do, like, I had this idea. I don't know if you agree with me, Brian, but I had this idea of what if I did my own Walking Dead type of game taking place in my Walking Dead reboot series universe, but instead of it focusing on like a comic book character, have it focus on a reboot series character, but only this time it's focusing on one of the patients of the hazmat man. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, just Overkill's The Walking Dead. those 4 character introduction cutscenes were incredible, but the
I
game
know,
turned out
right?
really bad. So
Yeah, but do you agree with me, Brian?
Um, I mean, like, I don't know about doing a game on like, I mean, as far as like, that character, because he's supposed to be like mysterious and stuff, but I definitely think that they could definitely do a Walking Dead game. But here's the thing: whose idea was it to make a Walking Dead multiplayer game? Because The Walking Dead is all about story. It's all about the characters. If you are not attached to the characters and love the story, then you failed. That is supposed to be the two main things in a Walking Dead game: the characters that are in the game and the story. And they failed. They failed with overkills, just like that,
yeah,
immediately.
I definitely agree. But the thing about multiplayer games is they're kind of like overshadowing single player games nowadays. There's just more and more of them.
I
Yeah,
know, right? I'm like, bro, what is this?
But yeah, I agree. Walking Dead is a story franchise. It's supposed to be about the characters, not multiplayer.
Yeah.
yeah. Hold on, guys. I think Ken wants to say something. Ken, you there? Hmm.
Hello. But
Uh,
anyway, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm still like, a part of me is still in denial that Madison's even coming back. I don't mean
It,
to bring that up again, but I'm still in denial.
me personally, I'm kind of fine with it because at least her and Morgan will finally meet.
yeah,
But
but
yeah,
that was supposed to be season 4. You know what I mean? They advertised that, and it's 3-4 years late. My goodness. So
yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm like, really? You're gonna bring back Madison just so she can have scenes with Morgan? It's like if they bring back Madison, you already know she's gonna be the lead character again because let's be honest here, it didn't start with Morgan. It started with the Clarks.
yeah, I know, and there's gonna be, uh, my goodness, we're
It's
gonna
gonna
lose
be a
another
mess.
Clark, and oh my goodness.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's gonna be kind of weird binging Fear from like watching season 1, 2, 3, then season 4 she disappears, then season 5, 6, and season 7 she just pops up out of nowhere.
yeah. Where are they gonna explain where she's been all this time? Because, um, oh wait, hold on a second, guys. You there, Ken? Ken, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Did you want to say something?
I was gonna say that Madison returning, I don't mind it, but I feel like they should have did it in season 6, since season 6 was a really good season in my opinion. It would have been even better to bring her back in like the finale. Like they could have just shown her in the finale and then she didn't come back until season 7B. They've done that a few times with characters.
But yeah, though, but they didn't do that though. The fact that Dumber and Dumber refused to do that, like the fact that they're doing it now, it's instead of doing it like, I agree, it should have been season 6 or in season 4, season 4B. But the fact that they didn't do that, Ken, it just pisses me off. A part of me, it just pisses me off.
They're doing
But
it out of desperation now. They're
hey
doing it out of
Brian,
desperation. Yeah, go ahead, Epic.
do you agree with what I said that it's going to be weird if you binge Fear from season 1 to 3, then 4 she disappears, then 5, 6, 7 she just pops up again?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just, um, I mean, 3 seasons of the character, over 3 seasons of the character missing. It just doesn't work at all. And like I said, the fact that AMC has the nerve to say, yes, this was always Madison's show. We always we left it open ended on purpose to bring her back. It's such a lie. It really is.
Like yeah, like I said earlier, they're just bringing her back for views and ratings because they see how much the show is crumbling.
Hey, Ken, have you seen World Beyond season 2?
Yeah, I've heard it's been getting some hate because Rick, like Rick, wasn't in it, but I think that's a really dumb reason to not like the season. We already got Jadis, which she was like one of the main characters of the season, surprisingly, in
Oh, she
the
was.
end credits and stuff.
Oh yeah, I
Hey,
thought she
Brian.
was gonna. I thought she was gonna
Right.
die in World Beyond. Because we didn't really get a villain death in the 2 seasons, but um, we can say that yeah, Jade is gonna be one of the big villains in the movies, and she'll die there.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah.
Would you agree with me when I say that Fear the Walking Dead is a dying, crumbling mess?
Oh, it's not dying epic. It's long dead. This franchise, it will never. They can bring back Madison, Travis, whatever. It's not gonna work to how it was in the first 3 seasons. It's never gonna be like how it was before because it's the writing. The writing is not the same.
I think
But,
Fear's
but
biggest problem as a spin-off show is that they're trying to be too different. Like even in like season 2 and 3, two of the best seasons, they were trying to be so different, and it was kind of weird.
but Fear might be long dead, but it's still a crumbling mess that can't be saved.
I
Oh,
know, right? And I'm like, it depresses me. Like I said before in my why I stopped watching the Fear the Walking Dead stream, it depresses me to see a show I once loved just crumble into dust because, like I even said before, and yes, I'm going to say it again. This is not the same show I first watched with my family. This is not the same show, and then bringing back Madison's not going to fix anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you were watching Fear the Walking Dead, like say if okay, let's pretend season 7 finishes, right? If you're a new person to Fear the Walking Dead, imagine you watch season 1 and season 7. It won't be as bad as a person who's watching it normally because for us, it's been 3 years since we've seen her. But if you're like a new person, it's gonna be kind of close. Like season 5, 6, and 7. If you watch them all together, that's probably like a day or two if you watch. So it would. I don't think it would feel weird for like a random person watching the show.
And
but
hey,
they'd be
I
so
mean, it
Brian.
lost.
still wouldn't work though because it's still like, bro,
They'd
Hey,
be so
Brian.
lost though. Yeah.
And
it's
another
impossible. Yes,
thing that,
it's like, bro.
another thing that I didn't like in the first half, season 7, was the episode where Grace and Morgan and that baby.
That
I
was
don't
so.
like how they ran into that couple, and then that couple like tried to rob them, and they were like, "That's our baby," and
Yeah, that was so bad. Because we don't know these characters. We're never gonna see them again. The baby was crying the entire episode. Let's remember also, realistically in real life, the baby would have starved many times over. So I don't understand how the baby's still alive. The car crash, all that stuff. Grace was terrible this episode. Absolutely terrible. Listen, I get she has trauma, but she needs to grow up because this is not the time for it. You know what I mean? She has had time. Okay. And yeah, maybe it still hurts. It's okay that it still hurts, but she cannot do that in a situation like this with Morgan, the baby. She cannot be like that. That's just very
like,
selfish and cowardly.
like yeah,
It is.
the fact that she literally got the car crashed because she didn't like what was on the radio is just dumb.
It is. Morgan, oh my goodness. He doesn't stop the car. Morgan himself too. Why is he stupid? I'm sorry, but Lenny James is an amazing actor. Morgan has had what a crazy arc throughout the series, but why is Morgan I don't understand why Morgan does stupid things or he constantly gets in situations without thinking. Like I don't understand why that keeps happening to the Morgan character when he's supposed to be very smart. You know, he can build a jail cell, he can build a Ghostbusters car, but he cannot use his common sense in situations. Like I just don't understand that character.
That's like, Brian, to be fair, that's how you know that's Dumber and Dumber's writing for you because Dumber and Dumber knows nothing about Morgan Jones the way we do as the fans. Because let's be honest here, Morgan like you just said, Morgan's been doing all these stupid like decisions, getting himself in all these crazy situations, and I'm like, well, Morgan in the Walking Dead TV show wasn't like this, so why is he like this in Fear?
Yeah, and another thing I don't like was, like near the end of the episode when, Grace was standing there, like it looks like she doesn't have a weapon or something, and then that guy was about to like suffocate the baby, and then all of a sudden he gets shot, and then Grace, like, oh my god.
I know, right? That's why guys, let's be honest and fair here. That's why I said my Walking Dead reboot series, like both my Walking Dead reboot series and my Fear the Walking Dead reboot series, is going to be way better than what they're doing right now with their TV shows, because I feel like what they're doing now with Fear the Walking Dead TV show version is stupid.
Like just like it didn't look like Grace had a weapon of any kind, and all of a sudden that guy was about to suffocate the baby, and then out of nowhere he gets shot.
Yeah. Hey guys, just so you know, the stream is going to be ending in 5 minutes. Exactly. I need to end it in 5 minutes.
Hey Brian, do you agree with what I said that was just really bad?
Yeah, there's so many edit issues, and oh my goodness, Howard teleporting. That is such a big problem in season 7. And let's remember that Howard, he knows that Strand caused the nukes. He knows that. You know what I mean?
Wait,
If he knows, why is he defending Strand? That's another thing that doesn't make sense. If he knows that he caused the nukes, why is he defending him?
I don't know either. It makes no sense.
And another thing that I didn't like about the first half was, like that girl freaking painting the portrait of Strand, finishes, turns it around, says, "What do you think? Do you like it?" And then just throws it off the side of the building.
Yeah, he doesn't even give a reason, and then he gets back to painting and is like, "No, I want people to see me like this." And then he said like the baby should see how her father is or something like that. So it's like now he wants to take little Morgan, and it's like, oh my goodness, what is this character?
They ruined, like I kid you not, Brian. They ruined Strand in the Fear the Walking Dead TV show version.
Yeah, he's a terrible villain. Like Elizabeth and Jadis were great villains in World Beyond. Strand is a terrible villain.
I know, right? In my honest opinion, Negan in the Walking Dead TV show smokes Victor Strand in the Fear the Walking Dead TV show version. Hell, my character, Harlan, who was the main villain in season 2 of my Walking Dead reboot series, smokes Strand. Easy.
Okay, guys, got a couple more minutes left, and I have to go.
can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
I was
Ken.
gonna say, did you guys ever talk about the running walkers and stuff?
We did, yeah. Me personally, I feel like it's too late in the series to do that. Like, we know that the franchise is ending with the Rick. It's, like, the main show is going to end. World Beyond ended. Fear has to end because it's terrible. And in the Rick movies, I feel like it should end. The franchise should end there. So what's with the fast zombies, you know? I don't know.
I think one thing that could save Fear is actually like, I know they've done this a few times, but it would be cool if they ended up going, if like they ended up, the running walkers would like come to Fear. That would be really interesting, and it makes sense too.
How? I mean, in my honest opinion, I don't see how it's going to make sense if it's this late in the series. I'm like, okay, if we're going to be doing running walkers, why didn't you do that before? Why didn't you do that?
Well, running walkers are only in France because I guess it started in France. That's what I meant.
Yeah, but for the running walkers to come to Fear, they would have to go to France. And since they're not going to France, it makes no sense for the running walkers to come. So I don't understand. I don't know. The whole point of the whole running walkers thing is so stupid because, like Brian said, it's too late in the series to do that.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, Epic. Maybe last question, and I think I might end the stream.
And another thing I didn't like was the June and John Dory Sr. episode. I didn't like how that episode just kept on dragging on. Freaking John Dory Sr. just keeps on being drawn to that room and keeps on wanting to go back and hallucinating those dead bodies and
Yeah. Brian, my last question to you before you leave, like, do you agree with me that my Fear the Walking Dead reboot series is going to be better than Fear the Walking Dead the TV show version? Like, do you agree with me?
I have faith that you cannot destroy Fear as anywhere close to Ian and Andy, dude. I have faith in you that you'll do a better job. Ken, do you have a last question for the stream?
Nah, I don't think so.
hey Brian.
Okay, yeah, Epic. Last question, and I have to end the stream.
But do you agree with what I said that it was just really bad how John Dory Sr. It was very dumb how he just kept on getting drawn to that room and kept hallucinating that black girl.
Yeah, it was annoying because it's like she's not real. It's a zombie apocalypse, nuclear apocalypse, all this stuff. It just characters hallucinating in The Walking Dead. It's done way too much. Way too much. It's not realistic, and he just conveniently found her body. It was just a little bit too much. So yeah. All right, guys. So I'm gonna end the stream right here. Thank you guys so much for talking with me. This was a lot of fun, and I'll talk to you all guys next time. Have a blessed night and take care. Bye.
Yeah, you too.